We're back on
The Gray.
Hi, Carl.
Hey, Blake.
How are you?
I'm really happy we're looking at each other this time. Really.
It's been a little bit there.
Right?
You did your Final Fantasy review.
Which was so much fun. Really cool. I hope
cool.
to do it again. Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe we sound a little more natural.
Then we did the Trudeau.
The Trudeau trials.
Trudeau trials.
Still did not work on the Inquisition.
It takes time. These reports take time, Carl.
They do. And you got to fact check everything. Make sure it comes from multiple sources. Make sure you're not lying.
Yep.
Like,
I would never lie.
Never. Oh, never. You fucking little pushy little shit. Let's come drinking, Carl. Carl, have a drink. I'm like, no. Oh, you'll be cool.
You're funny.
Like, no, I'm not having a hangover. No.
Well, take it like a man.
No.
Just take it like a man.
What, dry mouth waking up? Not a chance. Fuck.
That's funny. So what do we have this week? What are we talking about this week?
I really don't know, to be honest. I thought you had a plan. Actually, if you didn't have any plans, the show would go down the shitter pretty fast. Pretty fast.
So our small community has been impacted by something lately. Well, one of the fish plants in our community has closed down.
Yep.
So we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
There's a bit of a scandal in the NHL right now with some hockey players from the 2018 World Junior team.
The World Junior team.
Yeah, from 2018. They're all NHL age players.
When I saw that article, it said NHL, but okay.
But the event occurred when these players were playing
for the AHL.
Yeah, they would have been AHL age at that point in 2018.
Right. Yeah.
Right. So this was the World Junior team that made it. Apparently, they won the gold medal that year.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
In June, they had a banquet for them and stuff like that. And this is where these events apparently happened. And we're not defending or accusing nobody. We're taking it at face value until because not.
Yeah, it hasn't gone to court and stuff yet.
No,
but still, what can you prove this time
and
later?
I think right now even the police are still doing their homework and stuff. So we'll talk about that, and then we'll just finish.
Did Andrew Tate ever actually go to jail or like get convicted of any of those things?
Not that we've seen.
Not sure.
Not that we've seen. Mm-hmm. And then we'll get lighthearted a little bit and we've talked about these things before. These challenges and stuff like the one chip challenge, the Pepsi challenge. A spice challenge to see who can tolerate more spice.
Isn't that the one chip challenge?
Well, you could do the one chip challenge. We could buy a few bottles of hot sauce and just see who can.
Like I don't know if the Takis.
I hate Takis. Oh!
Okay, so Takis.
Do you like Takis?
Well, I'll tell you this.
I think it's disgusting.
Doritos are good. I like my sweet chili heat. I gotta take a break, do it once in a while. I like my jalapeno cheddar, which I love jalapeno cheddar. And those Takis there. Man, that's hot. That's hot.
I just think they're gross. And they taste so chemically to me. Takis.
Oh, no, because it tastes like it's fucking hot. There's no taste. It just burns.
Yeah.
But I think one of the reasons why you don't like them, they're made with the whole grain tortilla chips as opposed to the nice Tostitos white chips.
Like my Mexican friends, they love Takis. Takis is a good thing. Like music. Ugh. You got nothing better than this. Like this is not even flavorful. It's just hot.
It's just burning.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
don't touch your eyes.
Yeah. So that's where we'll finish this episode.
Yeah.
Today's going to
Takis?
No. Today's going to be the Pepsi and Coke.
Oh, the Pepsi Coke challenge, the cola challenge.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. A cola challenge because we're going to do another cola challenge later on.
Well, these dark drinks are colas. We do want to do root beer because there are things I can't tell them apart.
Because Carl says, and this has been his argument forever, there is no root beer like Barks.
Okay, hold on. I have to re-qualify
No, that's what you said.
No,
Okay, we can go back in these episodes, man. You've made the argument. Season 1, I'll get you.
A&W has always been the best, but just lately, I want the bite that Barks has.
Barks that's your bite. Thing. Barks has bite.
Yeah, like the commercials. No, but it's true though. It really does kind of hit, like just like Pepsi and Coke. It really hits the back of the throat.
Yeah.
While A&W is a little more creamier.
Yeah. Me, if I like root beer, I'm partial to A&W. if I go to the store or something and they have mug and A&W, or even like say they had a old Dad's Old Fashioned or something like that, I'm gonna go for the A&W.
A&W is standard. Old Dad's Old Fashioned for a change.
And I will even go this far. Not only will I go for it, I prefer it in the bottle, a glass bottle.
A glass bottle.
Yeah. A&W root beer in a glass bottle. Yeah.
I feel we should all go back to glass bottles. Oh no! You know what we didn't mention though with Justin Trudeau?
What?
His single-use plastic shit. Okay, single-use plastics. Is this not a single-use plastic?
Yeah.
Fucking right it is.
He dumb.
Oh, I hate him so much.
Yeah, so we're going to start off where we're supposed to. We're going to talk about the fish plant situation.
Oh, the fish plant. Yeah, that's something.
Yeah. It was a slap in the face to the whole community. Like, people are still like, what the hell?
Like, our community, I saw on Wikipedia or something, there's a little over 1,000 households or 1,000 people population.
Yeah.
I don't remember. But we kind of rely on two industries, the fishing industry and peat moss, mainly here, right?
Yeah. You have the fishing industry with the two fish plants we had.
Processing plants, yeah.
And then the actual fishermen.
Yeah.
Right.
And then all the supporting services like welding, like wood craftsmen, like
the traps and stuff,
making traps and you know all the services you need.
The boat repairs and stuff, like the welders and the diesel mechanics,
carpenters.
Yeah,
jeez, like why the wood people?
Well, there's not much carpentry now. It's all fiberglass and shit.
Sure,
but there was a time. There was a time. Yeah.
Hey, there's still people that use wooden traps. They swear by them.
Oh yeah. Some do swear by them. So actually, the fish plant that did close was the one I used to work at. The O'Neill's fish plant, which is the bigger of the two.
Bigger of the two, yeah.
Had more staff, more
processed
local staff.
More and
like as a breakdown, I would say O'Neill's had, I would say anywhere from 70 to 75% of the people there were from the community.
Yeah, local. Yeah.
Yeah. Then you probably had 5 to 7% that are just outside the community, like other neighboring, like some from Point Saint-Pin, some from Nigoat,
Miramichi,
some from Miramichi. And I would say that the remainder 10-15% is foreign workers, right?
Oh yeah,
Mexicans, Dominicans, some Filipinos. So that's the workforce there. But so closing this shop, puts 70 to 75% of our
workforce, and I think I've seen something that's like 130 or 170 people that are affected, like jobs lost. And interestingly enough, though, because it was bought out by an American company. I'm not too sure what that company does or whatever.
This company when they bought O'Neill's in 2021. Yeah, they bought another factory also in Grondig. Right, so their plan was to close ours down and send the people from here to Grondig. Grondig from here is like a 90-minute drive.
An hour and a half trip one way,
right? So previously I'll say, like, speaking of myself, my salary was like $20+.
Yeah.
Right, where at working at O'Neill's.
Yeah.
And so I before the holidays found a new job anyway, so I wasn't there anymore at this point.
But in the same case for this job thing, when they bought over, there was like a 2-year period why everybody stays the same, all the management has a transition period.
Yeah.
And that 2 years is up, and you're like, well, I'm going to lose all my bosses and managers. Yeah. I have to be smart and look out and make sure that everything's okay.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. And so this happened. What was it? Was it last week? Yeah. Last week, I get home, the mail is on the table. The wife picked up the mail, and there's a registered letter there for me.
Registered even?
Well, it was so I opened this packaging up, and so it's this other company offering me employment. So previously O'Neill's from my house is like 4 minutes drive, making $20+ an hour. they want me to now drive 90 minutes one way. And then they want to drop my wage to $16.
Right?
That's a $10 difference.
Absolutely.
Like, what the hell?
Do you really think I'm going to take you up on that?
I just laughed. I really read their letter and chuckled like, you guys are idiots. Right?
Like I feel you should write back and tell them this.
I know for a fact already that foreign workers that had applied to come for the 2024 season are all redirected already to the other
to go dig. So like
dig.
Jorge and Jonathan that we had on the show.
They'll all be there.
So we're not going to see them this year.
Well, unless they come to visit us, or we
go
take a drive and visit them on the weekend or something.
We can bring most of this over there and do another little show,
right? Yeah. But yeah, and then 70% of our local workforce is now out of job. So they have to find employment.
Have car payments, house payments.
We have one grocery store in our area, which is
that's on the brink of closing,
which is already struggling. I very positively feel that closing this fish plant will more than likely
close the grocery store.
Right? And that's tragic for us because it's the only one we have.
It's our
only gas station. It's our only.
If you need something, like that's the only place to go.
If you need gas, food, or alcohol, that's it.
This is the place.
It's a 3-in-1 thing, right? Yep. Like that's where you go. Like,
and Ontario right now is freaking out. What? Your beer's in the grocery store? Yeah, and the hard liquor. Hard liquor's not its own separate store too. Like what?
Yeah. Right. But it's a thing, and it's going to be interesting to see. Like there's theories, and people have suggested maybe is this a ploy just to get government funding by the American company? Is this
possible? Yeah.
Is this a thing where they're just wanting to close that shop down? They buy them. They have factories and stuff in the States. And if they just close it here, it makes their industry stronger because it's less competition.
Yeah. Exactly. I really don't like the whole idea of foreign countries or people from foreign countries, not people from like Canadian citizen.
Yeah.
But essentially other nationalities
buying our
businesses and property. Yeah. I'm like, no, we are Canada. You cannot own pieces of Canada because you're not Canadian.
And be in America sort of thing.
Yeah. This is, I do not agree with this.
It's self-serving.
Yep.
I really think.
Actually, when you do this, essentially, that happened a few places in Europe. I'm pretty sure. It's like we've sold all our land to this other country, and then we've just been annexed by this other country.
Yeah,
our country doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, right. So, and I mean, there's a good part of that population that works at the fish plant that is not young.
Oh no! Well, this is it, right? Because all their young people are like, nope, fuck this.
Yeah, right.
And no, fair enough. Me too. It was totally yeah.
But what are these? I'm not saying seniors, but they're 50. They're 50 plus.
Yeah, a lot of them, like the OG, not the original, well, kind of the OG group, right? Because they all grew up together.
A little mixture, but there's a lot of, I would say, 45 plus
and over. Yeah. So let's say you're 45 plus. And you're not quite ready to retire. You still have house payments and stuff. Like,
that's right.
Do I for work? And because really, there's no work. Like there's no employers. No. You have to do your own shit thing.
Here, yeah.
Driving an hour and a half.
It's no joke.
Hey, really.
And then with the carbon tax and
carbon tax. Hey, look, carbon. Well, that's a whole other situation. Right. It comes to carbon taxes.
Makes the fuel go up.
Okay. So wear and tear on the vehicle.
Yeah.
Now, if I have to drive an hour and a half each way and I make $16 an hour, do you actually have any money left outside of paying gas?
Right. No.
This is like a question there.
The paychecks are going to be a lot smaller for sure.
Because that's a good $500 a month, if not more.
Probably.
In just gas. Actually, more. No.
And then you got lunches and all that stuff too.
Which is food. Which you're going to buy food. But yeah, man, an hour a week, an hour drive is $100 a week.
Yeah, that's what I'm paying.
Actually, 40 minutes. So 40 minutes. Okay, there you go. 40 minutes is $100 a week, both ways. So then if it's going twice that, so 80 hours. So 80 minutes, fine. 80 instead of 90. That's $200 a week.
Yeah.
That's $800 a month.
Yeah.
gone and just paying gas, paying Trudeau because he wants your money.
Carbon tax.
Doesn't know how to be responsible with money.
And then right now we're in winter, and the tourists are not really.
Yeah, they're not around.
And usually the pattern is come spring, gas starts rising a bit more because people are traveling more.
Mm-hmm.
Tourists start to.
Yeah.
And he's banking on that stuff, right?
Absolutely.
Like that's where he makes the money. So.
But also, I think overall, like just like why with the carbon tax, Maritimes, I don't believe have to pay that second tax or something on our heating fuel.
Yeah. Because we heat with oil and stuff.
But it's not even it. Oh, there's only 10,000 people in New Brunswick anyway. Yeah. That's not going to give me any money for anything, right? Like that's why he doesn't care. Like, didn't you something we didn't mention? Didn't you? Okay,
about the
wrong episode.
The heating in Ontario.
In Ontario, trying to make it illegal for any other source of electricity.
Yeah, because they want
or
the tax
gas.
on the natural gas. Yep.
But then, okay, so if this wrong episode.
Yeah.
But if you make even electric heating illegal,
they could be.
If sounds
no. Makes no sense at all.
It's
like, he's just trying to control the monopoly and control everything, right? But like we were saying, wrong episode.
Mm-hmm.
To get back on the fish
might edit that out. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah. So people are
struggling, man,
and they're fearful. Like, you know, like,
and already locally. So maybe not in Basin and proper, but we have a significant increase in homeless people in town.
Yeah.
In Miramichi.
Yeah. No, it's a thing. Like, there's a lot. I don't ever remember seeing homeless people when I was a kid.
Not around here, in a big city, sure. Yeah,
but like you said, not in Miramichi.
No.
Right. And now,
like everybody's from somewhere. Everybody knows someone.
Yeah. Now they have these little tent towns, even in Miramichi.
Really.
They have those. It's called Out of the Cold program. There, those little mobile units.
Hut things.
Yeah. So they from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. they can sleep there and stuff. You know, like we never had a need for anything like that before.
Ever. And this is partly with the dehumanization of our people.
Yep.
Right?
So.
And the liberal government, who is supposed to be more communist or whatever,
yeah.
like, oh, we'll take care of you. I'm like, are you actually? No, you're not.
No.
Right?
No.
And but this is it. So are you fearful, or do you hear murmurings that we're going to have some homeless people here in Basin Inn?
It could very well happen.
Yeah, right?
Right? And just like climate wise, like this winter seems to be shaping up very eerily similar to last winter. It has been very cold.
Yep.
Just like last winter. The little bit of snow we did get this year, like last year, every time we got a little bit of snow, there's a rain mix with it.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So
it goes away, like it doesn't stay.
Yeah, and it's very similar to last year. So if, just taking the similarities, if spring ends up like last spring,
so meaning we're not going to have as much lobster because it was a slow year for lobster.
Yeah, peat moss.
Work at the fish plant.
Yeah.
And then peat moss, right?
Yeah.
So with the rain, with the peat moss, they need peat moss to be dry enough to vacuum it up.
Last year for the peat moss, it was one of the worst years they've seen.
It was bad.
In the last probably 10 years. Probably the worst.
Yep.
Like a lot of people
didn't have the hours.
A lot of people lost like $200 every 2 weeks on their paychecks because they didn't have enough hours for a proper EI and all that stuff. So
and some people's like, only $200. When you only make $800 a week, hey, it's fucking a lot of money.
Yeah, and your bills are still there, right?
Yeah.
And if you need that extra $200 a month to cover everything, well, now you don't. So something's got to get cut,
right? Or
you lose something, or you buy less groceries than has to be a cut somewhere, right? There has to be. So it could very well make our little town a real ghost town, right? It might force people out. And then with the housing market, who can afford to go anywhere?
You can't. Even here, like the prices of property have essentially doubled.
Yeah, it's astronomical.
And then it's not good.
Yeah. You saw we got our property assessments.
Yeah.
Man, mine jumped $15,000.
Yeah, mine went up 10. here in the main
Yeah,
house.
it's crazy. Mm-hmm. And we didn't do anything else to our properties. It's just, the influx of people from Ontario, people from BC buying the properties
out here
at the high prices, and then it just drives our stuff up. And even even like we got our assessments of what we paid on our mortgages, and man, dude, whatever I put on my mortgage, I actually paid double just the interest.
Yeah, no, like absolutely. This is mortgages. I don't even know how this is legal.
Yeah,
yeah,
right. Like
pay a mortgage. Like by the time you're done paying your mortgage, let's go stereotypically.
Yeah,
you're paying it 3 times over.
Yeah,
really.
It's
like we're getting
insane.
Fucked by the banks, and I don't know how.
And who's behind that? The government.
Yeah,
right.
Like
so yeah. So
like you look at the amount of money. Like why do I have to pay $16 a month for a bank account?
Yeah.
When the revenue profits of a bank at the end of the year is bajillions.
Yeah.
Like honestly,
right?
This is stupid. This should be illegal.
Yep. So we'll have to stay updated on what's going on in the community and stuff, and let's follow it. Like you have.
See, this is why I cannot be the prime minister, because I'll burn everything. Just burn it all.
And you have family members that work at the fish plant. Like
yeah.
You have a sister who works there, a brother-in-law works there.
Like,
and that's what's really sad. Like, it's bad enough. Like, say one person works there, but in their scenario, they both work there.
So it's not one household. Yeah.
And there's like multiple households like that where he and she both work there.
Yeah. Right.
Right. So those households right now have no income.
Like no income. Yeah.
Like it's not that one person lost their job; they both lost their job.
Right. Yes.
And EI, there's the end date to that. Like it's good for a year. After that, there is no more EI. So whether you found a job or not,
you're
the money's done.
Money there, yeah.
So, right. So
it's a scary. It really is.
Is it ever? It really is.
It's not okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know if you. For those of you out there, you Granites that do follow hockey and stuff like that, I don't know if you've seen the post about, apparently there's 5 NHL players right now.
5?
That were all part of the 2018 World Junior Championship Team Canada. Apparently there's been accusations made that they've assaulted a young
sexually
lady.
Assaulted?
Yes, a young lady, something like that. And
one young lady or a bunch?
One.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so apparently, there's been players taking leaves of absence.
Oh, yeah.
For personal reasons or whatever. And they were all part of that team. And I mean, even for my team, I'm a Flyers fan, but Carter Hart has taken.
You're not supposed to call him out, man.
Well, I'm going to call him out. I'm going to call the other ones out too. Kyle Foote and all those other players. Like, if this is true, there's. They deserve the jail time. The league needs to deal with them. But on the other hand, and you raised a good point earlier, is, a lot of times it happens where, they made money now. So it's
a thing.
Right? So I hope everything comes to light and we actually get the truth of what actually happened, if it did or didn't happen. And because on the other way now, even when you... let's say it's not true and you've been accused, it lingers over you like a dark cloud, right?
Absolutely.
Like once an accusation is made, whether you did it or not, the accusation was made. So you're always going to have people looking at you like,
some stigma. Yeah.
Did he do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's very dangerous to make accusations like that.
Absolutely.
Because you're ruining somebody's life if it's not true. And
it has happened and still does, I'm sure.
Oh, it does.
That false accusations like this happened. And
there's no substance.
There's no repercussions
for
to these people either, right?
Yeah, and it's all accountability. Like you need to hold people accountable. If you're gonna accuse somebody of doing something, you better have proof, and it better be true.
It better be true.
And if it comes to light that it's not true, then you need to be dealt with.
Yeah, you absolutely need to be dealt with.
Right, because that's not acceptable to ruin someone's life, or like
just be a liar.
Yeah.
Especially when you want to lie and try to and purposely ruin someone's life, and then make the taxpayers pay for it. Yeah. It's like, no, how about you're gonna pay for all this?
Right?
Now?
He should. We have probably an example of that as a prime minister.
Right.
That's just below the belt right there. But.
I can punch him in the face.
Yeah. So yeah, that's another thing, and it's.
And it's unfortunate that does happen. Some people want to walk around believing that nothing in the world exists and that whatever they think or believe is right and is the case. and they want to ignore realities of life, of existence, of a society.
Yeah.
Like, you hear the idea, it's like, oh, I can't walk down an alley because something might happen. I'm like, do you think I walk down an alley? No, I'm not stupid. You know, like, that kind of stuff.
If it's dark and creepy, probably gonna stay away.
I'm not going. Do I know this area? No, I'm not going there.
Is it lit up properly? No, it's not.
Yeah.
Could there be somebody behind that big bin there that might stick me?
Right.
More likely.
I'm not going to take these chances because I'm not ignorant to the world that we live in.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, there's good people out there.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of bad people out there too.
Yeah.
You know, not just bad sexes, but bad people. There's bad women.
Yes.
There's bad men. There's just bad people out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which is why I'm not married.
So yeah.
No, those laws need to change too. Like, no, if it's not a fair division of property and whatnot, no, this is
and rights.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
What? She wants to divorce for whatever reason and take half my shit or even more? I'm like, no. Yep.
You know, what's mine is mine. What's hers should be hers. Like, you know, and I think anything we earn together, fine. That's what you divide.
As you're married, sure. Yeah.
But if I owned it 10 years before me and you were even together, you have no right to that.
Which is the only thing that prenup actually protects. The prenup only protects stuff that you have before the marriage.
Yeah.
Not stuff during.
You know, and kids. You know, if I divorce you, I'm not divorcing my kids.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't hold that against them.
Right? Oh, this is the thing.
Right?
So. And apparently in the U.S., 80% of people in jail and in unfortunate situations come from single mother homes.
Yeah. Well, it's a problem.
Yep, it's a thing.
It's not to pick on the female species, but there's numbers, there's studies, there's information behind it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. To round this off now, our episode, we're going to do
the cola challenge.
Yeah. I'm a Pepsi guy, and I take pride in being a Pepsi guy.
I'm a Pepsi guy too, to be honest.
And you know, I know the taste. It's not just cola to me. It's Pepsi.
Right. It's Pepsi. Yeah. And Coke, I have argued in the past / my thoughts. It really is like a rust remover. Like it's
sugary.
It's harsh.
Acidic.
It's really acidic. It's like, this shouldn't be in my teeth.
I will say though, as much as I'm a Pepsi guy, if I have pizza, I prefer Coke. Yeah, it's weird.
What are you talking about?
There's just something about Coke and pizza that just.
Does Pizza Delight have a deal with Coke or something? Like, where does that come from?
No, it's just I've noticed it, like eating pizza, and I've had pizza and Pepsi, and it's just something really enjoyable about pizza and Coke.
So there's a difference, like seriously, there's a difference between them.
Yeah, there is, man. Like I took drinks. I knew the minute I took that first drink, I knew what that was. Yeah, that was not what my palate was accustomed to. I knew there. Like,
me too. And then I decided, well, I'll take the other one just in case. Then I was screwed. I'm like, what?
It's like, wait, was it really?
Yeah. And Blake was smart. He cleansed his palate in between, and I did not.
Yes.
So we'll leave you with that.
Yep. And
we can do an outro too, though.
Yep. Yeah. And you know, any episode that we especially ask your opinions on the Trudeau trials, and I hope you guys really do watch that episode and give us your feedback and your thoughts. But you know that applies for every episode. Give us what you think.
Give feedback, share, like, subscribe.
Any of these topics.
Please hit the like button. Apparently it helps. I don't know yet, but it does.
And you know, just again, thanks for following us. Thanks for watching our videos.
Yeah. Please comment and get involved.
Yeah.
And who is the person telling us that we need to do or actually talk about the virtual reality? And we talked about the virtual reality, the PSVR 2. But he didn't comment.
Hold it.
He didn't talk to us. He didn't say anything.
He actually had COVID.
What?
2 weeks ago, and
like rough or like
cold? It was bad. No, it was bad.
Like worse than a man cold or like a man cold?
Yeah. He said he had it the first time, and he said it was nothing compared to this.
Oh, really?
Okay, he said this time it knocked me off my ass really bad, and I'm still.
Is he vaccinated?
He was. Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And he's had a lingering cough ever since.
Oh, well, how long ago now?
Now it's like 2 weeks.
Yeah, for me, I had a bit of phlegm for a month or two. It was Like, wow, that's a long time. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, and then that argument that you just said, like, for when COVID first started, we were me, my wife, my son, and my wife's grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
I was vaccinated. Wife was vaccinated, like double vaxxed, and my son was double vaxxed, and the old lady wasn't vaxxed at all, and she's the only one in the household that didn't catch COVID. and she's like, you know, with their things, she's the one at risk here. She's over 80 years old, and,
right?
You know, and not a symptom, no nothing.
You were all in the house together,
same house,
sick with COVID.
3 of us,
and then she did not get it.
Never caught it. And the three that's double vaxxed in the house all got COVID and we're sick, and you know, we contain ourselves in our bedrooms, and
realistically now you've released this virus in the wild.
Yeah.
It's never gonna go away.
Yeah.
No matter what you want to do, Trudeau or whoever about this, it's too late.
It's done. Damage is done.
Too late.
Yeah.
And now we just have another virus, potentially man-made.
Yeah.
Out there, and just we have to live with it.
Yeah, that's it. So, just to finish this week's episode, well, we've alluded to this before, right, Carl?
I don't know.
About doing different things, about
sure.
A Pepsi challenge, maybe a one chip challenge. Yeah. So we're both going to do the challenge. I'm going to go first. Carl will follow. So just bear
Blake
with it.
thinks he knows fucking
right. I know my Pepsi. I know my Pepsi. So I'll close my eyes. You guys see what's behind the box. I clearly cannot see. So whatever, if he puts Coke or Pepsi on this side, on my side of this box that you guys are seeing will be corresponding glass to whatever is okay. So here we go. I'll close my eyes and let's see how this works out. You pour the glasses, put them here. You tell me when to open my eyes, all right?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Go ahead.
He technically can't see.
Can't see. No, I swear. I have too much integrity for that shit, man.
Integrity?
Yes. Shut up, Carl. If I could see you right now, I would smack you.
Alright, so might as well do it this way. Sure, yeah.
Are we good?
Because no, we're not good.
Okay.
I was even wondering, Shadow, I can hear this. If you can tell by the opening sound, if there's a sound thing going on.
You find the sound sells it. I don't
know.
I can't hear it because I have headphones on.
Very good point.
Right, so I don't hear that. So
can you even hear me?
I can hear you, but I
not through the mic though.
No, not through the mic. That's right. So interesting. And later on we'll do an episode like this. Carl's a root beer guy, so we'll get 2 or 3 different kinds of root beer and see if he knows his root beer as much as he likes to say he does.
Oh, I know my root beer.
Okay, we'll see. That's all I want to say. We'll see.
Years of practice.
All right, we'll see.
All right, you ready?
Can I open my eyes?
You can open your eyes.
Okay. So. So.
Which one's that one?
No, but do I put this one on this side or that side for you? I don't know.
I just want to know if you can tell me what that is.
Okay.
Which is on this side, I suppose. Yes.
Okay. I'm actually going to cleanse my palate.
Because you think they're that similar that you have to cleanse your palate, do you?
It's sugar, man.
Sure, it's sweet. Yeah,
right? It's sugar. Sweet, yeah. Either side, hold on, it's fucking sugar.
Yeah, that is true. Let's see how many grams of sugar these things have per serving.
Okay.
The bottle has gotten smaller?
All right. You ready?
Sugar, 55 grams. 50%. One bottle is half of the sugar you should have in a day.
Okay, so you ready? I know which one's which.
Okay, which one's which?
That's Coke.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's Pepsi.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is true.
So, I know my Pepsi then.
Oh, dude, this Coke and Pepsi is like clearly different. I don't know why people... I'm not on camera, but I don't know why people can't tell the difference or think they're the same. They are not the same.
No, that's much sweeter. Much sweeter.
Sweeter is your thing.
That's much sweeter. And this is I would say this is almost like a flatter taste to it. Pepsi has.
Huh.
That's way sweeter. So I'm gonna actually quickly rinse these glasses.
Sure, yeah.
And you can sit and we'll do the same. All right, Carl, are you ready? You can put those on.
Oh shit! Well, do I need that?
Yeah.
Oh, because you think that the sounding of the opening of the bottles.
Close your eyes. I'm gonna shuffle the bottles a bit.
Are the right caps in the right bottle?
Yeah.
Okay, cool, sweet.
So I moved them around.
Now
I'm gonna pour some in the glasses. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, open your eyes.
Yeah.
Where are you going to start?
The left one.
Okay, start with the left one. Savor that.
Yep.
Okay. You want to cleanse your palate?
Fuck, Christ, like I don't know what the hell this shit is.
Okay.
Wow, I'm a little surprised.
Really? Okay, which one? I want to ask you which one.
I should have cleansed the palate.
Too late now. Which one is Pepsi? Which one is Pepsi?
Well,
is the left Pepsi or is it the right Pepsi?
I forget.
Yeah, go ahead. You can. Is that Pepsi or Coke? What is that? See, I made it look way more easier than you did.
Because now I'm listening to your rhetoric, and now I'm like questioning myself.
I got in your head, is what you're saying. So what is that? Is that Coke or Pepsi? What is that?
I want to see this is Coke.
Okay.
The other one's Pepsi.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But I find this one sweeter than the other one.
Exactly.
Coke is sweeter.
Oh yeah, Coke is 100% sweeter.
Oh, I thought it was.
No, I told you I found that Pepsi to be a bit more of a flatter taste, like a thicker taste almost.
It is, eh?
Do you see it? And that's straight up sugar. That is sweet. There's a lot more sweetness to that. Like
I should not a savor. I should just drink it.
Yeah.
This is definitely a little like sharper.
Yeah, and sweet and like syrup, like a syrupy trait to it.
Pepsi's just more pleasant.
Yeah, it is 100%.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm surprised with the back to back. I'm surprised at myself there. I'm like,
It made you doubt yourself.
Yeah,
but there's a clear difference.
Oh yeah.
A very clear difference. All right.
He wants to do the same with root beer for me in the future. We'll do this.
Yeah,
I'll beat you.
We'll see. Probably on the root beer, yes. But I knew my argument with this was I could tell. Like, I can't see how somebody can. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much. Catch you then next time.